and welcome to part one of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. Also remember to jump onto the hashtag 3QP and let us know what your sporting interests are. I'm Jemima Duffield.
And I'm Narakamwe.
So we start off with the match day 16 results, basically.
Yeah.
So our feature game was Homeboys versus KCB. Ended 3-10 in favor of KCB. Not surprised, but I feel like those scores. Like, guys are just, like, you know, if we win by 1 point, we won.
It's fine.
Like, it's okay. There's no more, like, after this.
But I mean, the reason why it doesn't shock me is because, of course, KCB, they're already qualified as second. And Homeboys knew they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yep.
So a lot of KCB stalwarts are actually not playing that game. They had a rest day. So it doesn't shock me that they...
Yep, those are the scores.
Yeah.
We also had Impala versus Cabras, 32-22. Oilers versus Mwamba. Mwamba, why, man? Why? Like anyway. 32-22 to Oilers.
Yeah.
Strathmore versus Blackblood. I think all my teams decided, you know, whatever.
Not today.
24-0 to Blackblood.
Yeah.
Nondies just losing to Harlequins, 15-12. Well, we've said the Homeboys result. And the last one was Mean Machine losing to Nakuru, 26-12. Were all those results as you expected?
Yeah, I think it's as I predicted.
Yeah.
And especially the Oilers versus Mamba game.
I'm still boiling.
Oilers versus Mamba and Strathmore versus Blackblood. Those are the two games that could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But I think because, like I said last week, Oilers at home are quite tough to beat.
Yeah.
And we have seen them on the ascendancy in the last few weeks. And I actually remember when they played Oilers in the first round. When Mwamba played Oilers in the first round, Oilers actually did push Mwamba. So it did not shock me that Oilers beat.
Yeah, no, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I was just hoping for... Anyway. So those are the results for match day 16.
Yeah.
And now we move on to the log. You know, after the 16 rounds of action-packed rugby, which I absolutely loved, you know, personally. If you didn't, I don't know what games you watched. You know. So we have Cabras at the top with 74 points. KCB next with 72. And then there's that huge gap between the first two and the rest. So Kenya Harlequins coming in third with 53. Nakuru next with 47. Honestly, I wasn't sure Nakuru was going to make it, but kudos. Then we had Mwamba with 45 and also Impala with 45.
Yes.
So, no. The last two. The guys will be relegated.
Yeah.
I mean, when we watched this game, Strathmore versus Mean Machine, we said this was the relegation battle.
That's true.
And unfortunately, they will be relegated.
Yeah.
Strathmore, I am sad to see go.
Yeah.
But they have really suffered this season.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost players due to injury, due to going to other clubs. You can't even be helped after that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm hoping now they'll get to rebuild.
Yeah.
Get fresh blood coming in. They'll hopefully be in an easier league.
Yes. Yeah.
So that whenever it is they'll be promoted back into Kenya Cup, they'll be stronger.
Yeah. Strathmore is the one actually, like you said, I do feel for. Having been in the league now, they were promoted from ESS, those days to ESS in 2007. And then there's been, you know, permanent fixtures in the Kenya Cup all these years, for 12 years now. It's unfortunate that they're going down, but look, that's the way sport is. We know for Strathmore it was not because of playing poorly, but it was because of the fact that they've produced so many talented players in the last few years that the big clubs have come ready. And unfortunately for Strathmore, they don't have the financial muscle that some of these big clubs have. So, because I don't want to say it's pedigree, because look, Strathmore has been to the Kenya Cup finals in the last 5 years. They featured in the top during the playoffs last year. So it's nothing to do with that in terms of pedigree or where I'm going to end up in the table. I think it's just more to do with financial muscle. They just can't keep their best guys, unfortunately. So they'll be going down with Mean Machine.
I mean, I'm just thinking that the thing that worked for you best, you know, your players that you nurtured from such a young age was now your sort of, it was your undoing in the end.
It's your undoing.
Mean Machine, of course, I mean, spirited effort, promoted to Kenya Cup. They did try. They did try. But it was going to be a tough one.
It was going to be a tough one. And for Mean Machine, if they don't get the results against the Strathmores and the
Blackbloods and the Oilers.
And Oilers is difficult. It is going to be very tough.
Yes, definitely going to be a tough one.
Yeah, so pretty much expected in terms of who was relegated. With regard to the other teams, of course, there's Nondies, Homeboys, Oilers, and Black Blood, which finished between 7th and 9th.
Yep.
And 10th.
And 10th.
And 10th. And Nondies, while it's a plus, it's a minus because they started off very well.
Really strong,
and they were in the top 6 until the last 2 games or last game. I remember talking to a couple of Nondies folk. The thing that really hurt Nondies is their players, because like for example in the Bucks they lost all their centers at some point. So Moses Beggy had to play as a makeshift center at number 13. I know a couple of guys who had to be called back in to the team, just to fill in that number, the midfield pairing.
Yeah.
And it's shocking for a team that has the likes of Big Wadema,
Dennis Ombachi.
It's shocking that they didn't have the personnel. For Homeboys, I'd peg it down to more of the senior players going to the 7th, and that's why they were unable to just match up to the other guys. It's not. I don't want to say. In fact, for me, the games I've watched for Homeboys, they've been very attractive. They compared to their previous outings in the previous seasons. So I think for me, Homeboys, the main reason is because they lost many of their senior players or their stalwarts to the 7th team. Oilers have been a perfect.
They've done well. They've done well.
Yeah, perfect debut season. Beaten Queens home, drawn with Queens away. Beaten Nondies at home, beaten Mwamba at home.
Yep.
So it's been a fantastic season for Oilers, if you ask me, and they can only build on that.
Yeah.
Black Blood, same old. They just missed relegation by a bit, but Black Blood really need to. I mean, their biggest thing, I think, this season has been beating Queens at home. So they need to work on and Black Blood, I see, might suffer from what Strathmore have gone through.
Yep.
That's losing of players.
Yeah, it's already started.
Yes.
So that attrition is going to keep going. As long as you produce quality players, it's going to happen eventually.
It's going to happen eventually. So they need to find a way to curb that. As for the top 6, Cabras and KCB have been the dominant sides. Of course, Cabras taking off very fast in the early stages, and KCB, I think they were trying out some systems that didn't work out. When they went back to what they're used to, we saw the KCB that we have been seeing over the years. Queens, while I'm happy, I won't lie, it's kind of a shocker for most people because Queens have finished 4th, 5th in the last few years. So to see them come to number 3 and finish at number 3 despite a 20-point or so gap, I think it's impressive. Mwamba back in the playoffs after missing off last season. Nakuru leaving it until late.
To decide, hey, we want a spot.
We want a spot in the playoffs, so that's kudos to Nakuru. And Impala, largely a disappointing season for me in my eyes. I think Impala should have performed better.
I feel like they can. I'm not quite sure what's not happening. But I'm hoping whatever it is sorted out. I miss you in the top 3. I miss you, Impala.
We hope that it is sorted out. So basically, that's what has been the 2018-2019 Kenya Cup season. And like you said, it's been 16 weeks of action-packed rugby.
So we take a break, of course, from Kenya Cup, but we do have the Enterprise Cup. Now we are finally at the quarterfinal stage. For those of you who've been waiting for that. Pre-quarters. So we have Kenya Harlequins playing against Black Blood. We've got Cabras playing against Nondies. We've got KCB playing against Nakuru, and our feature game will be Impala playing against Mwamba. How do you think those games will go? So Queens Blood.
Queens.
Cabras Nondies.
Cabras.
KCB Nakuru.
KCB.
This one is the one now. Impala Mwamba.
You see, both teams have a predicament because they have to be ready for the playoffs, the Kenya Cup playoffs. So it depends on what teams they field. But I will call Impala for this one.
I think if they both field strong sides, it may go Mwamba's side. But if they field second string teams, Impala might take it. But that's all we've got time for. So guys, make sure you show up to support your teams. Remember, you can find us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Dumima Duffield.
And I'm Narok Amuya.
See you in part 2.